Light up the states you guys are calling in from. Again, this is episode number 31, one of the most consistent cryptocurrency morning shows in the world, guys. Let's go. Drop it in the chat box. Where y'all located? Where you calling in from? And let me know where you located, where you calling in from. Let me know what's going on. We absolutely love to hear. And this is your first time on Coffee and Crypto. Do me one favor and just drop, it's my first time. All right, if it's your first time on Coffee and Crypto, just drop, it's my first time. All right, I'm excited to see who's new. All right, who's new. Awesome. Welcome, Megan. Yo, I love when we got new people. Like that's like that makes my day. Even if it's just one, I know that it's gonna be a lot. Look, our YouTube videos have been a lot more views. I mean, the shorts on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, all right, to the YouTube channel, we just ask that you support us. Do us one small favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link for this channel right here, all right, in the Zoom chat. All right, so if you got a quick second, all right, and you're not subscribed, please do us the favor and subscribe to this link right here. You can just click it, press subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and then come right back. All right, you can see me, just come right back. But I want you to make sure that you subscribe and welcome to each and every single person. Shout out to Janice, one of our newest members in the VOG, the Vincent Owens Group. Welcome to the VO Group. Super excited, and thank you, Janice, for subscribing. Who else do we have on the call? Let me Adama. Welcome, Miss Adama. Shout out to Adama and Miss Janice. I met both of them at the Women Who Can Cannabis Conference. I actually known Janice for a little longer, but I met Mrs. Adama. Absolutely incredible. She's a healer, a healing mother. She is somebody who believes in. She's someone that believes in not our typical medicine, right? Not our typical healing, not Western medicine, but the more holistic approach to medicine, really helping you revitalize and rejuvenate, all right, those cells in your body. So if you have illness in cellular liberation, thank you, Janice, cellular liberation. I love shouting out, like, this call ain't about me. It's not about Travis. This call is about the community. This call is about the world. All of us need liberation. Whether it's your cellular liberation, whether it's your financial liberation, whether it's your spiritual liberation, we all need liberation. And shout out to all of the amazing people on this call. I'm about to go ahead and spotlight him, my bro. Shout out to Travis for being here as well. Andrew Jackson, shout out to Asia. Yo, Asia. Shout out to Asia. We got Barry on the line. We got Billy on the line. We got Chris Long on the line, my bro. We got Jabari on the line. We got Janet on the line. Janice on the line. We got Lavana. LA is on the line. We got Awesome on the line. We got Miriam on the line. We got Megan on the line. We got Sharon on the line.
I'm on the line. Okay.
On the line. We got Victoria on the line. We got Miss Zuli on the line. Here. So shout out to each and every single person for being here. If you can turn your cameras on and join us. Unfortunately, I don't have no coffee this morning. I was on my way to my office and I forgot to stop. I'm gonna get a Keurig in here, so I can't ever not have no coffee, but I do got some water. So shout out to everybody. And hopefully you got your water, your tea, you staying, you're staying hydrated out here in these times, man. It's hot. It's hot out here in these cities, man. You got to make sure you stay hydrated. All right. So with that being said, welcome again to episode number 31. This episode is going to be a great episode. But before we can actually get started, I want to check the room real quick. How many of you all actually do not own any crypto? Go ahead and drop, or maybe you aren't as set up in the crypto space as you would like to be. Maybe you don't own a whole lot of coins, but just let me know what's going on. If you don't have any crypto, just drop me. All right, drop me in the chat box. And remember, all right, if you're on YouTube right now, watching live, make sure you click that subscribe button. Don't hop on here and not support us and click that subscribe button. So click that subscribe button. All right, turn that notification bell on and learn you something. I learn you something. And also, if you like what you hear, all right, the only thing we ask from you all is to drop those coffee emojis. All right, drop those coffee emojis. And we're actually turning this into a full podcast. I'm setting it up. We'll be ready to launch it very soon. Each and every single one of our episodes will be available on Apple Podcasts. It will be available on Spotify. Will be available on all streaming networks very soon. So we will be taking the audio from these and putting them so that you guys can go back and actually listen while you're riding in the car. You can go back and listen, man. Shout out to each and every single person. All right, all praises. Let's go. All right, so let's jump straight into this bullish content. I see that I saw someone said that they don't have. I see someone said they don't have any crypto. I believe that was Janice. Don't worry, you already know that's why you came a part of BOG. We're going to help you, all right, get invested into these markets. But speaking of the market, let's jump into this bullish content. All right, so CoinMarketCap, the #1 researching platform in the world for cryptocurrency. If you do not have the app and you do not have an actual account, this is something that you want to make sure that you set up. All right, you can actually diversify and stay organized with your portfolio. If you've been taking that strategy, I know Mazzuli's been on it. She's been paying attention. If you've been utilizing CoinMarketCap to be able to keep up with your current portfolio and your future portfolio so that you know where you are in regard to all your money, go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat box if you have been paying attention and utilizing some of these things that we've been telling you, all right, on our private strategy sessions. Again, this call is not for financial advice. We do not give financial advice on this call, but what we do give is entertainment. All right, all of our information is for entertainment purposes only. We ask that you please make sure that you consult or hire with a financial advisor, or more importantly, a decentralized financial advisor. If you need a decentralized financial advisor, you can get up with us here at the Vincent Owens Group. If you stay until the end, we will drop a link where you will be able to set up a free consultation with us. All right, and we can see if you are qualified to work with us here at the Vincent Owens Group, because everybody is not ready and everybody is not qualified, and we're looking to work with those people that are ready. All right, and so with that being said, CoinMarketCap, we have a $1.146 trillion market. All right, $1.1 trillion market. So we're definitely seeing some growth in the overall cryptocurrency market. So thank God, because I mean we were literally headed to ground zero. That's what I call it. We were headed to ground zero, but thank God that the markets are healthy and they always will correct. So people say, hey, are you investing right now? I am. I'm dollar cost averaging in. Now here's the thing, right? Some of the prices that I'm dollar cost averaging in are a little higher than what I dollar cost averaged in about a month ago, right? So that's the market. So if you had got in a month ago, then congratulations, your portfolio is up right now, right? If you had got in a year ago, when I was telling each person, like back when we was doing, I think I was doing consultations for like $50. I was helping people set up this stuff, same stuff that we charge for $3 grand now. I was doing it for $50. I'm telling you, and people, it don't matter what price people pay. At the end of the day, I've noticed one thing about people. All right, people don't go hard enough when it comes to this. People don't plan hard enough, and I'm telling you, if you stay prepared, you don't have to get prepared. If you stay prepared for these financial crises, you don't have to get prepared. I want you to know something. This is not the last financial crisis. When this reset happens, all right, and we go back to normal, quote unquote normal, right? We're back at a normal society where the interest rates are back lower and all these different things. What you're going to notice is maybe in the next 8 to 10 years, we're going to go through another financial crisis. So are you setting yourself?
The new normal.
Exactly. It's the new normal, right? It's been going on for years. So are you as an investor, are you setting yourself up properly for the future, right? Or are you waiting around until the future gets here and then deciding to take care of yourself? And that's what 99% of people do. And that's why 99% of people will always remain, or 95% will remain on the left side of money, is because they don't go hard enough when the times are here. Crypto is low right now. Crypto is low right now. So you have to understand, even if you don't know what the prices used to be, let me show you about a year or two ago where XRP was. All right, we're gonna focus on XRP, all right, on this call. At least that's what I'm gonna focus on in my segment. And we're gonna really dive into some things on the XRP ledger and some different protocols that I've been researching over the last day or two. And I'm still gonna continue to stay bullish on these. Now, looking at this overall chart, XRP today is at 37 cents per coin. Now, if we go 1 year ago, just 1 year ago, all right, we'll be able to see XRP on 9/5. All right, that's literally 1 month away, less than a month away. So on 9/5, XRP was at $1.38. So a year later, literally, it's under 50 cents. Do you see what I'm saying? So the thing was, I've been educating people on this back last year too, is when I was doing $50 consultations and all my clients was buying in at $1, $1.20. And I warned everybody. I said, listen, I'm buying at $1.30. But guess what? When it goes down, I'm going to buy at 30 cents. I'm going to buy more at 30 cents. I'm going to buy more at 32 cents. I'm going to buy more at 28 cents. And that's what we did, right? Now, XRP is not the only coin that we're focused on, right? Within the VOG, right? We're focused on other utility assets as well. And that's why hiring us as your decentralized financial advisors, we're focused not on education during our sessions. If you want education, we'll help you. We'll educate you. But our main focus is helping you diversify your portfolio, helping you set up a portfolio that is handsome enough where you can live a handsome living, where you can get paid handsomely in your future, right? All of you all are beautiful. All of you all are handsome. And you deserve to live a beautiful and handsome life. You deserve to be handsomely rich and beautifully rich in the next couple of years. And this market is one that you can take advantage of. Never, all right, never, do not ever take advantage. Never miss taking advantage of a financial crisis. You never want to miss taking advantage of a crisis. And right now we're in a crisis. The market is down. I'm showing you guys proof. 1 month. Let's go back a little. Let's actually go back to this date, August 16th. Last year, August 16th. All right, last year, August 16th, it was at $1.09. This same day last year. So if you get off this call and you don't get, XRP. Now, I'm not telling you to go invest in it because this is not financial advice, but I'm investing in it. All right. So I'm telling you, if you don't get off this call and you don't take heed to do your own research, I then figure out from an advisor how much you should be investing based on your budget and setting that up for yourself, you are not ready. All right. You are not ready. All right. You're not ready for wealth. And it's okay. Maybe you'll be able to get wealthy in 2030 when the next reset happens. Maybe you'll be able to get wealthy in 2031 when the next financial collapse happens, right? I need y'all to really take advantage of this, man. Really take advantage of this. All right. So let's keep pushing forward. All right. I showed you guys coin market cap, the state of the market. Bitcoin right now is a little down, right? A little down than where it was, right? Ethereum's a little down, about $100 down from where it was. So everything is a little lower. So personally for me, what I look for when I look at this, and I just to give you guys some education, I look at the 7-day percent, right? Because this is a week of data, all right? A week of data. And so there's a lot that we can be able to utilize from a week of data. Now, Ethereum was up like 50%. Is down 11.83% now, still up, but it's down a little bit, right? And that's why you see over the last 24 hours, you see that it's red. But this is the column that I like to pay attention to. When this column is red all the way down, when it's red all the way down, that is a great sign for you to be dollar cost averaging in, taking some of your budget and potentially putting it into some of these things. And again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. But I just want to let you guys know some of the things that I'm doing without giving too much away on these calls. Now, let's jump into the wonderful, I keep on saying that like I'm Medina, the wonderful world of Twitter. All right, crypto Twitter. Ripple directly on their thing. We're honored to be recognized for our continued exponential growth on the Inc. 5000 of the greatest growing private companies in America. Ripple is now listed as some of the greatest companies. Now, we know we're still in a early time for crypto, and I'm gonna show you why. Meet the companies winning in a time of change and achieving spectacular growth. That's the headline. Now, let's go. There's different industries, right? The one industry here is crypto and blockchain. So when I clicked on it, there's only two. So that's a good sign because that shows that there's a lot of growth. Right now, Ripple is about in the 50%. It's in the top 50%. all right, of 100%. It's in the top 50% of growing companies, right? So distributed ledger is number 7. So this right here, being number 7 should show you, all right, that we are really taking off. Now, this company is out of Daphne, Alabama. Crazy, Alabama, all right? I went to Tuskegee. And then Ripple is coming out of San Francisco, California, all right? Now, this is important for me as an investor. And the reason why is because I want to see what companies are jumping into the top 5,000 companies. And Ripple and Distributed Ledger are not the only companies that are US based that are a part of this growth of the blockchain. There's plenty of US based cryptocurrency and blockchain companies. And for us to see these two only, but for specifically Ripple, man, that makes me extremely, extremely, extremely bullish on Ripple. All right. Now,
because Ripple actually leverages distributed ledger technology.
Of course. And I'm going to actually take you guys to Distributed Ledger Technologies website. All right. Now, let's go to their website. It was founded in 2017. Okay. And again, this call is meant to teach you guys how to research. So that's what we're going to continue to push that. There's going to be other calls. We just got the phone with 2 guys that, I mean, literally are so bullish within this space. And they're about to be joining the OMC network as well and bringing their shows on the OMC network. So the OMC network is about to take off, guys. There's about to be a million subscribers on the OMC
So
network.
excited for that.
I promise you. And so I told you guys we have things more, and we're not just running, like, we don't just run our mouths. Like, we're going to get this stuff done because we've made a constant commitment, all right, to you all. We've made a commitment to making this place in this space much more feasible and more understandable. All right. Because when I go on YouTube, sometimes I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the type of language that's used. Everybody's trying to sound smart. And I want to let you know that you ain't got to be smart to make a lot of money in this. You just got to put your money in smart places. If you can hire smart people, AKA the Vincent Owens Group, all right, to lead you, if you can hire smart people and then allow us to help you put your money into smart places, that's how you get rich. You don't have to be able to spell distributed. You ain't got to be able to spell ledger. You know what I mean? You don't have to know nothing to get rich in this space, because that's why you have access to a community. You have access to a team. So who is Distributed Ledger Inc? It's a blockchain technology service provider with the infrastructure designed to support the blockchain ecosystem and the latest technological advancements. We are Distributed Ledger Technology to design, build, and manage public and private blockchain solutions, public and private blockchain solutions. Our work utilizes blockchain technologies to solve significant problems in practically every type of business, including banking, medical, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, heavy industry, transportation and shipping, logistics and supply chain, defense systems, municipalities and record recording, manufacturing, and of course, the Internet of Things, just to scratch the surface. So that list is not even scratching the scratch of the surface of what they're looking to do here. This is literally one of the top 10 companies in the United States right now through Inc. 5000, which has been around forever. So I'm telling you right now, right? Look at this. Distributed Ledger brings Bitcoin mining to the city of Mobile, Alabama. One of the cities, Mobile, Alabama. This city, let me tell you something. Mobile, Alabama is a really up and coming and thriving city. And it's been up and I haven't been in 10 years. But when I was in Tuskegee, it was up and coming, right? It's right there on the Gulf Coast, right? Right there on the Gulf Coast, right by Florida, right by Mississippi, and not too far from Louisiana, right? So this is going to be a huge city. And one of the things that I know for a fact when it comes to energy is there's something that's called aquaponics, right? And this might be a little deep dive over what we're talking about, but there's different ways to grow crops, right? You have hydroponics, You have solar, and then you all believe solar growth, and then you also have aquaponics, which is utilizing fish, right? Utilizing fish to be able to produce the electricity, right? So fish produce the electricity to be able to grow crops. So I know in the cannabis industry, they use aquaponics in some places like Las Vegas and some other places, and hemp farms, they use aquaponics. And some of my farmers on here will know what I'm talking about, right? However, one thing that I want you guys to understand is that if fish can be used to be able to produce energy, why can't fish be used to be able to mine Bitcoin? Why can't aquaponics also be a source of energy, a natural source of energy to be able to? So I could understand why a company like this wants to get by the Gulf, right? But once again, where there's a lot of water and there's a lot of fish. Now, again, this is a theory. This is not something that's proven, but I'm a theoretical guy. All right. Exactly. So bless knows what I'm talking about, right? So these are some of the things that they're doing. All right. And so you can go on this website. They was also a part of the Consensus 2019 recap. So they're also a part of Consensus. So just want you guys to see what is going on in the world right now of cryptocurrency. It's huge. It's huge.
Consensus is huge.
Consensus is huge. So these are the two companies right now that are listed on the Inc. 5000. All right. You got Ripple and you got Distributed Ledger. If that right there isn't enough proof in the pudding for you that these companies are on their way to being some of the top companies in the world, I don't know what to tell you. All right. I don't know what you can believe in. All right. Now, let's keep it pushing forward. Now, I want to play a couple videos. Then I'm going to dive into a little bit on the SOLOGENIC. We talked about it in our private Discord group. SOLOGENIC is an amazing platform that's being utilized and built on the XRP ledger. And I didn't know, I ain't gonna lie, I've heard about it, I've seen it, but I've never studied it. And SOLOGENIC is really bullish. Like after I sat down and read the white paper and read some things, I was like, wow, why don't I have a bigger portfolio of this right now? Like, why isn't this heavy in my portfolio? So guys, we don't really give out a lot of coins on this, but y'all about to get a great one today. All right, let's get it. So we're gonna play this first video right here. All right, and so this video says, time for real utilities from cryptos. We will be launching AUD, which is Australian dollar stable coin, on multiple blockchains, including XLM, XRP, and ETH. Now, the Australian dollar stable coin is built on what blockchain, family? I need you guys to drop it in the chat box for my vets, the ones that's been around. Who is the stable coin provider? All right, that is providing the Australian dollar. All right, nope, not XLM. Stable coin. Come on. There we go. My boy Mo so dang gone bullish. USDC, baby, right? So let's keep on pushing the narrative forward. I told you guys, we're not going to stop until we get rich. And when we get rich, we're going to keep going. Let's go. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Let me get my let's get this together real quick. For some reason I'm not getting sound. Don't worry. We're about to get right. It's all good. Let's go. Let's see if we get video on a different, let's see if we get audio on a different video. And all right, so we are getting audio on a different video. So it could just be this particular video right here, which you know. Nope, there it is. Y'all can hear it, right? All right, perfect. Let's get it. All right, perfect. Let's get it. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get to it.
So Stellar we've worked with in the past. So Stellar we've worked with in the past. They really very much much a cross-border payments network, and in fact, there's quite a nearly an altruistic element to some of the aims of Stellar about improving finance in developing nations and just improving the whole efficiency of global payments. The Stellar network has got a number of stable coins that work on it, and in fact, USDC, which is a fiat-backed stable coin out of the US, one of the networks they use at Stellar. But anyway, with Stellar, we negotiated with Stellar. They've actually helped fund some of our technology development and marketing, and we are launching initially on their blockchain. We are then making it a multi-chain solution, and will then shortly thereafter launch on the Ripple network. And then we are negotiating with a couple of other networks, Ethereum network. We will also go on to. There is a bit of an issue at the moment in what they call gas fees on the Ethereum network. It does bring the advantage of smart contracts, which are sort of nearly innately part of the Ethereum network. Stellar and Ripple are adding smart contracts to their network, so we'll get to them on their networks. But in the end, by making it multi-chain, you're actually just meeting, meeting future demands or needs of the global payments community.
Yeah, and broadening out your potential future.
So let's talk about it, right? Smart contracts coming to XRP and XLM respectively. And the reason why this is important, because without smart contracts, there's no NFTs. Without smart contracts, there's no digital real estate. Without smart contracts, there's no DeFi, right? So you need smart contracts to be able to produce all of these things. And this is going to push more liquidity and more money into these markets. And it's going to allow for big partners like Novity. Now, we've went over Novity, me and Travis, multiple times. This is an XRP Ripple, right? This is a Ripple partner, right? It's a Ripple partner, okay? And we know who Ripple uses, which is XRP. Now, they are also looking like they are conducting a partnership with Stellar, who is a Moneygram partner, which is very, very important because Moneygram has over 400,000 locations worldwide. So everybody uses Moneygram. If you ever used Moneygram before to send money from one country to another, or even within the states, go ahead. I used to use. I ain't gonna put myself out. Well, I almost went too far, Trav. Went too far.
Oh, I know exactly what you was thinking though, but it's okay.
I used to use Moneygram every week. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, I used to use Moneygram every week. All right. Moneygram is definitely, and I hated those fees, right? I hated those fees. But thank God for these new technologies. Now, that was the first thing I wanted to show you all, to give you more understanding as to why Ripple. And then Stellar will be listed on that as well, right? Stellar will be listed as a company that will be a part of that as well. Now, this right here is from Nathan Price, a guy who I just found on Twitter, pretty bullish. All right. Letter to Office of Financial Institutions Policy from the National Community Reinvestment Coalition. All right. Docket 2022. Ensuring responsible development of digital assets. Now, all right, potential for improved access to and greater ease of use of financial products. All right, so this is based on the Stellar network. Now, this is from the National Community Reinvestment Coalition. This is hot off the press. Drop those coffees, hot off the press, August 8th, 2022. You don't find it anywhere but here first. All right, here first. This is where you're going to catch it. All right, now check this out. Dear Ms. Lee, thank you for the opportunity to comment on these questions. All right, now this is from, let's see, who is this from? This is from the Deputy Director, Natalia Lee, Office of Financial Institution Policy, right, here in the US. So this is, again, we're running into a major policy implementations into our US government, okay? So check this out. Let's scroll through and find a couple things. Now, policymakers must address regulatory gaps and clarify which agencies have the authority over the different types of digital assets, right? So, for instance, asset tokens, which provide a claim against something of value, could be defined as an investment contract and regulated by the SEC. So that would be your asset tokens. Right now, most exchanges tokens will not meet the definition of a security, but without clarification, they may not meet the criteria to qualify for supervision by the CFTC. Regulators should clarify when the CFTC has jurisdiction over a digital asset that is not a security and is sold in the cash market. Okay, let's keep going. Now, it says, section B, potential for improved access to and greater ease of use of financial products. Blockchain services could improve the ability to source indicia needed to open accounts for the thin file or no file households. For example, one service provider uses the Stellar network to capture and store personally identifying documentation from information sources in foreign countries. The service can help financial institutions confidently approve bank accounts, applications for consumers and small businesses in cases where traditional document collection would have been too cumbersome or potentially impossible. As a result, the technology allows more people to be brought into the formal financial system. Again, these are documents that's going to Capitol Hill, right? And they're talking about Stellar, who we know is a major partner, all right, with Moneygram. They need this technology to be approved, and it's already approved. They just need regulatory clarity over this market so that it can be utilized by everybody. Now, potential opportunities for building wealth. They even added this in here. In some cases, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, may be able to introduce opportunities for owners of intellectual property to capture the value of their work. The NFT is creating meaningful benefits for photographers, for example. However, consumers who perceive cryptocurrency as a means to catch up may be among the most vulnerable investors and are disproportionately likely to have less wealth and are more likely to be persons of color. Let's read it again. However, consumers who perceive cryptocurrencies as a means to catch up may be among the most vulnerable investors and are disproportionately likely to have less wealth and are more likely to be persons of color. Wow. According to a 2022 survey, Black investors are twice as likely as others to rank cryptocurrencies as the best investment choice overall, twice as likely to choose crypto for their first investment, almost twice as likely to view it as safe, more than twice as likely to believe it is government regulated, and less likely to think it is risky, right? That's not something that we talk about here. They're talking about cryptocurrencies as a whole. But what we talk about here is the future of utility, the future of banking. This is a fact. No matter if you're Black, white, Asian, or whatever, these are the facts. And they're talking about NFT projects and programs that do not have the same utility as XRP. The ones that do not have the same utility as maybe a Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club. Everybody wants a BAYC. Everybody wants a mutant ape, right? Everybody, especially the people of color, Black community. So the fact that we can't afford it, what happens? We say, okay, man, well, we're going to settle for the next best thing. And we don't know how to do our best research. We don't know how to do our research. And that's why we have the OMC network. We have this network to protect everybody, not just people of color, but specifically people that look like me. Because I promise you guys, I plan, like, my goal is to be Noah. I want to be Noah of crypto. We told so many people to get on the right boat. They either chose to get on the wrong boat or they didn't get on the boat at all. Let's keep pushing forward. Currently, most stable coins are issued by non-banks that operate without consolidated supervision, do not offer insurance, and are not interoperable without a bridge token with other stable coins, do not provide regulation protections, and do not have a community reinvestment obligation. These are things that's going to change. So these are the things that you want to look at when you're looking at projects, when we're doing our research, fam, if you're a real crypto evangelist out here, the thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you look for things that are interoperable, bridge tokens. You want to look for things that provide that regulation protection. And you want to make sure that you look for assets that do have a community reinvestment obligation. Ripple has that. Stellar has that. That's why they have foundations. They have their regular website, but then you go to the actual foundation website. If companies don't have that, you might want to think twice in investing into these, because we're coming down to the end. Okay. I'm going to keep going. This right here is a letter to acting comptroller of the currency from Elizabeth Warren, Richard J. Durbin, Sheldon Whitehouse, Bernard Sanders, about the 2021 interpretive letter authorizing banks to engage in certain cryptocurrency activities. August 10th, 2022. Drop those coffee emojis. It's hot off the press. Told you we're going to keep it hot here. Okay. Now, the Honorable Michael J. Sue. All right. This is directed. All right. Dear Acting Comptroller Sue. This is the comptroller, the current comptroller. His name is Sue. All right. They wrote this. Now, we're not going to go through this entire letter. I will drop this letter inside of our Discord chat. I will do that for you all. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that after this call. So if you're not a part of the Discord, you may have to go and find this letter. But if you are part of the Discord, I will drop it inside of our Discord. However, this is a full letter right here that you guys want to go and read. I read it last night, and it's signed by Elizabeth Warren, who we know is bullish on crypto. She really wants to set the standard. She wants her name to be known, stamped in history as the person that set the standard. Richard J. Durbin, another senator, Whitehouse, another senator, and Bernard Sanders, 4 senators who are pushing heavy for banks regulation done right, all right, in our world. So this is what's going on currently, all right, at the White House. Now, the last thing that I got to show before I get up out of here and I pass this thing over, we will run over a little later on this call. These calls are going to get longer. I'm not going to lie. I was on EYL's call last night. It was 2 hours. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed every minute of it. So, I've learned that we can't rush ourselves because we have to hit these points. It's very important. So if you have to go, catch the recording. All right. But SOLOGENIC reveals list of 30 securities exchanges to tokenize. This is on Bloomberg. To tokenize stocks, ETFs, and commodities on demand. On demand, right? How do they do that? Because they built on the XRP ledger, right? Let's dive into this article. SOLOGENIC facilitates users with investing, trading, and on-demand tokenization of over 40,000 traditional assets such as stocks, ETFs, and commodities on an advanced and modern blockchain designed for the financial industry. All right. Who are their partners? Users will be able to tokenize assets from the following exchanges: the NASDAQ, right? The New York Stock Exchange, Toronto Stock Exchange, all right? Athens Exchange, Milan Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, Tokyo Stock Exchange, Singapore Stock Exchange. The SOLOGENIC ecosystem generates stable coins backed one-to-one with real-world assets on the XRP ledger. This right here is on Bloomberg from 2020, the XRP ledger. Each stable coin represents the ownership of real-world assets. Once tokenized, the assets issued on the blockchain is denominated with the suffix of the backwards S, which stands for SOLOGENIC. For example, a tokenized asset of Tesla stock is represented as Tesla S. So now we have a wrapped stock. You know, we talked about wrapped Bitcoin. This is a wrapped stock. It's wrapped through the SOLOGENIC blockchain. So now we have wrapped asset classes outside of cryptocurrency, and SOLOGENIC is making it happen. Currently in development for a Q2 and Q3 launch, the Solo Core team plans to release several essential products, including SOLOGENIC decks. I did my first trade yesterday on the SOLOGENIC decks. So if you need help, you already know, join the VO group or book a session. And I did it. I told you guys we're gonna do it first. And solo cards. I went ahead and put in my my order for my solo card. I know Mo Harvey has been bullish on this for a while, I'm pretty sure. All my nerds, crypto nerds, I've been seeing about SOLOGENIC. I did not take it serious, but now I am. So I'm about to go all in on this before it's too late. Now, SOLOGENIC has two websites. They have sologenic.com and then they have sologenic.org. All right, sologenic.org. They do two different things. Now let's start with sologenic.com. Tokenized securities on demand, retail and institutional solutions. So they're focused on both. All right, this is their app right here. This is exactly how it looks. Super dope. Now you have to have XRP. You have to send XRP over as a liquidity lock to lock up a little XRP to be able to activate your account, the same as you have to do on the Zum wallet. Now, one thing that I really love about this is the fact that when I was on their decks yesterday, I could directly connect my my Trust wallet. I can directly connect my Ledger. I can directly connect my Zum wallet, and I can trade my XRP assets directly from it by scanning the QR code. So it has interoperability built in. That's a definition of interoperability, right? Right there. Okay. So this is the future of asset tokenization. Of course, Travis, always pop in, bro. Always.
Yeah, so I want you to explain why interoperability is so important in this current landscape of crypto where we're at, because you know that most of these networks don't connect.
Yeah. Well, interoperability is important because fees, number one, right? So fees are very expensive. And so when you can connect something like Ethereum, when you can bridge Ethereum with something like XRP, what happens is it, number one, helps Ethereum with those gas fees and lowers those fees, right? So that's one thing. Another thing is interoperability is I believe interoperability is very important because in today's age, when you go to the banks, when you want to send money from one bank to another bank, like if I go to Wells Fargo and I say I want to send my money over to Bank of America, it's a lot of friction. It's a lot of friction in that. So being able to connect those two banks together more seamlessly lowers the friction. That's what we mean by frictionless, right? There's a lot of friction that's behind that. So making it more interoperable also lowers that friction between two different banks in our CeFi system, but then also DeFi. All right, also DeFi. And when we talk about bridging CeFi and DeFi, that's not easy. And so being able to have these bridges, right? These bridges help with that making things more interoperable, if that makes sense. I would love for you to also share as well, maybe what you've researched on interoperability to kind of bring that home for us as well.
So as far as it relates to SOLOGENIC, these stock exchanges are going to become more interoperable together. The liquidity is going to become more available because these assets are going to be able to move with lightning speed. And that's what is causing the friction.
Mm-hmm.
So these are going to be key things to pay attention to in the future as assets become more liquid and easy to move around the world.
Yeah, and something I want to tell you guys is right now you have no idea how the stock market works. Like you have no, you just put your money in, but you really don't know the technology behind that. One thing I want to tell you is it's going to be the same thing. You're just going to notice that the New York Stock Exchange is going to be easy to be connected with the Tokyo or the London Stock Exchange. And now you're going to see that it's going to be more interoperable where that money can be moved. And you're just going to notice that it moves faster now or whatever. But if you're on this call, you're going to know why. You're going to know why. You'll actually understand the technology, and you'll be invested in the technology before it actually takes over. So that's the beautiful thing. So honestly, that's all I had, guys. I'm not telling you to invest in SOLOGENIC, but it seems like a great investment. And I'm personally going to get me some on Friday during payday. So hopefully, you might do the same as well for yourself. Over to you, Travis.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, SOLOGENIC is a monster. I haven't had a chance to fully deep dive into it, but one of those other guys that was on that call with us the other day, he's super bullish on it.
Yeah, we're going to bring him on, and he's really going to, that's going to be one of our shows we'll have on the OMC network. He'll be extremely bullish. We'll be going bullish on a lot of XRP, Ledger, and other, just diving into some of these technologies that's built on these blockchains. So that's going to be really dope as well. But over to you, bro. I'm gonna mute my line out.
So I'm glad that you went into the access from the comptroller for crypto banks. I'm going to go into that at the end of my segment, but I want to start off with this. So I went over this article on the last session of Coffee and Crypto, and this is when just the Senate had approved this bill. This bill has officially been approved by the House of Representatives as well. So I want to go into a little bit of what it includes and how it's going to affect us. I brought up how carbon credits are going to be a very, very important thing on the last section of Coffee and Crypto, but also I want to highlight it again today. So real quick, I want to go into what's in this bill. So in this bill, they said this tweet, I've looked into it. It is in the bill. I just put this tweet just because it's easy to understand. So he says, Dems really gave the fossil fuel industry 620 million acres of drilling permits and called it a climate bill. So in this bill, once a year, they are going to give 62 million acres for drilling permits of government federal land onshore and offshore to allow the oil industry to continue drilling. And that is a part of the climate green energy bill. Now, that doesn't sound very green to me. Another thing that's in this bill that I want to show you guys is a tax credit, a $7,500 tax credit, electrical vehicle credit for electrical vehicles. Now, Ford has raised their prices by $8,500. So they give you a $7,500 tax credit, but in the very same bill, as a result of that, Ford and other electric vehicle companies are raising their prices. So these credits have been directly passed on to the consumer. Another thing that is in this bill is a tax of 15% minimum on corporations that are making more than $1 billion that are publicly listed. So this guy says right here, the insinuation that a spending bill would reduce inflation is mind-boggling, suggesting that hiring more IRS workers is what is needed to heal this country is equally laughable. So we already have enough IRS agents to police the stock market and the larger companies, but they're hiring more stock agents because the IRS is about to get billions of dollars for audit enforcements. So here's what it means for taxpayers. It says the Democrats, notice how they say the Democrats. This is a key word. The Democrats' Inflation Reduction Act calls for delivering nearly $80 billion to the IRS over 10 years. After months of negotiations over the sweeping spending package, the Senate passed the bill earlier this month, sending legislation to the House for a vote before it reaches President Biden's desk. The funding would help support the work of the IRS, including but not limited to audits, and in turn is expected to bring in more federal tax revenue to help offset the cost of the Democrats' plan to lower prescription drugs and combat climate change. So they're hiring more IRS agents because they're going to be coming after the middle class more. We know that this 15% tax that they've included on these corporations will simply raise the prices of goods. It's going to be directly passed on to you. I want to show you guys that. Just to dive into what is actually in this bill, because they're pushing this climate narrative very heavily. They've just invested $430 billion. A lot of that is going to green energy, but we also know that green energy is not always that green. And the reason why it's not always that green is because this guy says Joe Biden is always saying how swell electric vehicle batteries, solar panels, and wind turbines are, when the facts prove they are bad for the environment and leave toxic waste dumps where mined. So these things require holes in the economy, holes in the ecosystems. They have to knock down trees and create large mines to get the minerals that are required for these electric vehicle batteries and other things that are required for green energy. And that is why I wanted to highlight that, because it is a very key narrative that they're playing. They use this narrative when they want to, because it distracts people. But one thing I wanted to go into as well is that the Canadian securities regulators expects commitments from crypto trading platforms pursuing registration. So what does this mean? It says the Canadian Securities Administrators is providing an important update to crypto trading platforms that continue to operate in Canada while they take steps to comply with applicable securities legislation. So securities are stocks. So they're making it so that these crypto companies have to be in line with the laws for the Canadian Securities Administrators. So those are the people that oversee the Canadian Stock Exchange. So it says CSA members now expect such platforms to provide a pre-registration undertaking to their principal regulators to continue operations while their application is being reviewed. By giving these undertakings, crypto trading platforms agree to comply with terms and conditions that address investor protection, very key, investor protection, concerns, and are consistent with requirements currently applicable to registered platforms. So registered platforms are already registered stock trading platforms. They have to comply with the rules from the Canadian Securities Administrators. Now, crypto platforms are having to fill out pre-registration forms if they're operating currently to make sure that they are audited in line with the rules of the Canadian Securities Administrators. Crypto.com, which is an exchange that we've talked about, they have recently got this license. They are one of the first companies, the first two companies to receive this license, this registration filing in the Canadian Securities Administrators. So I want to show you this from crypto.com. It says they are the first global platform to sign undertaking with Canada's OSC. So Crypto.com is the world's fastest growing cryptocurrency platform. Announced today it has signed pre-registration undertaking with the Ontario Securities Commission in Canada. This signing, recognized by the OSC in all Canadian jurisdictions through a joint Canadian Securities Administration initiative, makes Crypto.com the first global cryptocurrency platform currently operating in line with this regulatory undertaking in Canada. So Crypto.com has also gotten a lot of other regulatory license from other places in the world. Crypto.com continues to actively grow and expand its ecosystem with more than 50 million users worldwide. Today's announcement continues Crypto.com's regulatory license momentum, having recently received in principle approval for a major payment institution license from the Monetary Authority of Singapore, a license in Singapore to operate, a provisional approval of its virtual asset license from the Dubai Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, keyword, Electronic Financial Transaction Act and Virtual Asset Service Provider registration in South Korea, another license in another country. Registration in Italy from the Organismo Agenti e Mediatori. Registration in Greece. Registration in Cyprus, and regulatory approval in the Cayman Islands. So they are receiving regulatory approval all across the world.
Hold on, wait, say that again, bro. What was it? What was it in what was it called in Italy?
Organismo Agenti e Mediatori. That was pretty good, right? That was good, right?
Yeah.
That was good. I didn't butcher it. I know I didn't. I'm good at pronunciation, I promise. So the reason why I went into that is because I found it interesting that Canada on August 15th released this new pre-registration the same day that the Federal Reserve made a press release. This is off of the federalreserve.gov website. So it says, the Federal Reserve Board announces final guidelines that establish a transparent, risk-based, and consistent set of factors for reserve banks to use in reviewing requests to access Federal Reserve accounts and payment services. So it goes on to say, the Federal Reserve Board on Monday announced final guidelines that establish a transparent, risk-based, and consistent set of factors for reserve banks to use in reviewing requests to access Federal Reserve accounts and payment services. The final guidelines are substantially similar to those proposed by the board in its May 21 proposal and March 22, 2022 supplemental proposal. So this is what I want to highlight right here. This next paragraph, I'm going to read this one just because. It says, the new guidelines provide a consistent and transparent process to evaluate requests for Federal Reserve accounts and access to payment services in order to support a safe, inclusive, and innovative payment service system. So innovative payment system, that is the key. We are innovating the payment system currently. Now, this is the key that I want you guys to see. It says institutions offering new types of financial products being crypto, this is what they're referring to, or with novel charters have grown in recent years, and many requested access to accounts often referred to as master accounts and payment services offered by Federal Reserve banks. These guidelines will be used by Federal Reserve banks to evaluate those requests with transparent and consistent set of factors. That is one thing that we are currently missing right now in this cryptocurrency arena, is a transparent and consistent set of factors. The article goes on to say, the new guidelines include a tiered review framework to provide additional clarity on the level of due diligence and scrutiny that reserve banks will apply to different types of institutions with varying degrees of risk. For example, institutions with federal deposit insurance would be subject to a more streamlined level of review, while institutions that engage in novel activities for which authorities are still developing appropriate supervisory and regulatory frameworks would undergo a more extensive review. So that's crypto right there, folks. They say that the authorities that are still, they say the institutions that engage in novel activities, that is crypto, they will undergo more scrutiny. They're going to have a more extensive review in their products to get access to these master accounts. So this is a website. It's called Be in Crypto. You can look this article up on there, but they break it down from a crypto standpoint. You notice that the language in the Federal Reserve, they don't mention anything about crypto. But if you go into this actual document right here, the actual PDF, you will have more language relative to crypto. But in the actual release, they don't really talk about crypto. But I want to show you guys this article in relation to crypto. It says the Federal Reserve has issued a final guideline for crypto companies to open master accounts. The guideline will be used to evaluate requests with a transparent and consistent set of factors. Crypto companies argue that a master account would allow them to serve their customers better. So this is what Vince is talking about when he said, you're not really aware of how the stock exchange actually works. These master accounts from the Federal Reserve are what will allow these crypto trading platforms to participate more interoperable with the financial services of the Federal Reserve. So it says the United States Federal Reserve issued final guidelines that will be used to evaluate crypto company requests for master accounts. The United States Federal Reserve has issued a final guideline to cryptocurrency companies to open accounts and payment services offered by Federal Reserve banks. That is the key. We need these guidelines to be able to access the Federal Reserve banks. The Fed will use the guideline to evaluate requests. This is the same part of the article I just read earlier, but that is the key right there. The Federal Reserve is issuing guidelines right now for crypto companies to be able to participate in their ecosystem, in their payment services. And there are chartered banks, there are chartered crypto companies with licenses in Wyoming that are going to be able to take advantage of these new laws.
Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. So what I want to do is, you already know how we like to do. Want to definitely be able to, if y'all got value, man, just light up the chat with some coffee, keep it hot. You know, and on YouTube, I went and checked in on the YouTube. The community's doing real great over there as well. So shout out to all the YouTube people that's tuning in and that will see this later on. I mean, there was a wealth of information in this episode. So that's why these are definitely calls that you have to go back and watch. I have to go back and watch them myself because it's just so much information in that one time, but it's on purpose. You know, everything we do is on purpose. You know, we're going to leave this earth with this being the call that had like literally the #1 crypto call in the world for research. Like that's the goal for coffee and crypto. You know what I mean? And so really appreciate you all. We know that the world, some of the other calls will get a lot more views. And the reason why is because they might be a little shorter, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But this call is for people that really want to get bullish, people that really want to know what's going on. And that's why we host this call. So we appreciate everybody for getting on here. Would love for you guys to raise your hand, you know, share one thing you like, learn to love. We're going to take about 2 to 3 people to raise your hand. And we love to hear from the community, 2 or 3 people to raise their hand. And while we're waiting on you to raise your hand, I'm going to pop over real quick and I'm going to pop over real quick and I'm going to grab the link that you need to be able to set a consultation with us. If you're on the YouTube, you can click the link in the bottom of these of each one of our videos, and you can actually book a consultation with us. And if you can't find it there, make sure you follow one of us on Instagram. My Instagram is the Vincent Owens. And you also have Travis. Travis can drop his Instagram as well. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop all of the, I'm going to drop this crypto consultation. Now, if you're a person that's like, hey, you know, I don't have the money to actually get started, we do have the digital entrepreneur loan that's still going on. We still have that loan. You know, it's not something that we have to necessarily publicize every time, but we do have the loan. So if you are a business owner and you need some extra money, we can get you funded up to $50,000 depending on your credit profile. So it is on your credit profile, but if you have a strong credit profile, this is something that you can take advantage of and probably get a good rate on and be able to utilize this funding either to get started with our program or to fund your business or for both. So wanted to also let you all know that, but you can click this link that I just dropped inside of the Zoom, and this will allow you to be able to figure out if the the Vincent Owens Group is a great group that you would want to work with going forward in regards to cryptocurrency. I don't see any names or anything. I don't see anybody who dropped any names. I don't see, I don't see any anybody that raised their hand or anything like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to assume that you all don't have anything that you need to say or anything like that. We're going to keep it pushing. I understand. Oh, we got Janice. Okay, awesome. Janice, come on through. And we'd love to hear one thing you liked, learned, and loved from today's episode. Thank you so much. And the floor is now yours.
Infinite love and light, cosmic beings. My name is Janice Hill, and I am so thankful and so grateful for this community. I'm thankful for the commitment and discipline that Vincent has stepped into to help us become more wealthy, more rich, more of who we were born to be. I'm thankful for this crypto space, this crypto knowledge, and to have a team that supports me. It's so important to have support and where you want to go. And so this knowledge is so powerful, it's so infinite, and just the expansion of it all is just so beautiful. So I'm thankful. Yeah, so much.
Thankful for you as well. Thank you so much. And I couldn't do it without my team. It'd be hard to run these calls and know everything and be able to cover everything without Travis. So Travis is a huge dynamic to this team as well. And so, it's going to be great. What we're building here is going to be something that'll be long lasting, long standing, and it'll stand the test of time. I do believe that what we have is something that's very special, and it's not many people. It can often be what they say. It can often be
Duplicated?
No, it can't be duplicated. It can often be something. I don't know. I look. I'm taught about
imitated, but never
imitated. Yeah. You often imitated, but never duplicated. All right. This is something that they'll definitely try to imitate. But the duplication, I'm gonna tell you where the duplication comes in. To host a call like this starts with consistency. We've been consistent for 4 years on crypto calls, educating the world. It's not many people that can say they've done that. Most people give up. Most people stop. Most people be like, man, it's not enough people getting on my call. I'm gonna stop doing this call. I'm gonna stop doing that. Now I'm one of those people. I've definitely done it in the past, but I made a promise to myself that no matter who shows up to Coffee and Crypto, we're gonna keep putting this info out, and we're gonna keep building on the OMC network. And shout out to my boy Payro. But yeah, man, that's what it is. Thank y'all so much, and thank you, Miss Janice. Appreciate you. I want to give anybody who has, wants to unmute themselves, you can definitely unmute yourself. I just turned on that feature. So if you want to unmute yourself and say something, feel free to unmute yourself. If not, these are the times where we get to kind of connect as a community. It doesn't have to be about crypto. It could be about something else. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be about crypto when y'all come over here. Maybe you have something else you want to talk about, but shout out to shout out to my brother. Shout out to brother Brown, brother Vic. Shout out to brother Brown in the building. But yeah, no, grateful. All right, cool. So it seems like we're done here, Travis. We've done an amazing job. And the next episode that we will catch you all on will be episode number 32 as we push forward to our 50 episode mark. So thank each and every single one. Oh, absolutely.
I just want to shout out Adama for being on the call. I'm just so thankful for her dedication to cellular liberating us and you financially liberating us. Both of them goes hand in hand. And so I'm just thankful to have both of y'all on my team and in my life.
Amazing. Grateful to have you as well. And shout out to Adama. I think we'll do a call. We'll do a call somewhere sometime soon, bringing up you and Ms. Adama for people who are interested in cellular liberation. I just want, is there anybody here that would be interested in a cellular liberation talk, just to kind of get some more information on what that is? Just let me know in the chat box. If so.
Okay.
If so,
You said chat box about the same time I clicked it. Can
Oh,
I,
you good.
can I say something,
No, one
something about that?
Yeah, 1 second, Billy. But yeah, I got you, Billy. But just want to make sure if there's anybody that does want to actually hear anything about cellular liberation or wants to connect with that, make sure you drop it in the chat box. I know I want to, so I'm probably just still going to still have them. So we'll definitely do that. And for the people that are interested, we'd love to have you on that call. But Billy, over to you, brother.
Hey, so you're talking about cellular liberation. You're talking about the things that she was talking about. So I'm interested in that. That's you know, I deal with air and water purification. I deal with the water purification on the cellular level into your body, into your cells, not just in your belly, something that your body can use. I feel like that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
With her, and so sound like she's a holistic food-based approach type of medicine, enlightenment, and I think those things are very important, especially at this time. I have a little website, stepindoors.net. It's like a place you could go and be educated about my products and things. So that's like something I'm interested in. I'm encouraged to hear that. A great
Awesome.
call today, by the way.
Thanks, Billy. Thank you, and great. So yeah, we'll definitely. I'm gonna get up with Miss Adama, and I'm also gonna get up with Miss Hill, and we will we'll figure out a good day and time that we can do that for everybody. And you know, and we'll do a call like that. Miss Adama, are you there? I saw you unmute your line. I don't know if you have something to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we'll never have anything greater than who and what we already are, but naked. There's nothing that man can create that is greater than the life force that is beating our hearts and breathing us. Until we really begin to stay the hand of death upon ourselves, our families, our people, you know, the contribution that we have to make to the world is in the resubstantiation of the substance and the quality of beings that we are. And as we are liberating cellularly so that we're reversing the issues of high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, all of these things, and we have the opportunity to really do what we've not seen done, which is to walk in the fullness of the greatness of who we were born to be, is these points of the presence of the absolute. Amen. So I welcome any opportunity to speak to anyone. I do provide life support at Mother Earth's Blessing Holistic Life Center here on Cheshire Bridge for those who may have themselves or family members dealing with cancer, heart disease, diabetes, whatever. I just know that where we are now requires us to not have these butcheries, these surgeries, these pharmaceuticals. There's a whole lot going on that money is not going to help us.
Nope. And you hit that right on the nail. You hit the nail right on the head. And we're so excited, Ms. Adama. I've been learning a lot just listening to you and looking forward to a call. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on a call with you and Janice or Janice. Hopefully I say it right. I'm Janice. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So
her name was Janice.
Yeah, Janice. So I just
Janice or Janice, either one is fine.
All right. Yeah, I told a guy yesterday, I said, my name is Vincent. He said, he was Mexican. He said, Vicente? I said, that too.
Exactly.
That too. I'm Vicente.
That's Vincent in Spanish, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too. But nah, this was a great call. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank y'all so much, gentlemen. And we'll see y'all on the next episode, which will be episode number 32. So we'll see y'all next time. Have a blessed day and many blessings, everybody. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.